Hi, everybody. I'm Heather Gower with Coldwell Banker Advantage in Apex, North Carolina, the peak of good living. So, Brenna and I decided to do a podcast or whatever this is about
informational video.
about different cities in our area, which we call the Triangle. It's all the suburbs that are around Raleigh. I'm Heather. I'm a real estate agent here, like I said, with Coldwell Banker, and Brenna is my assistant. And
I also happen to be her daughter.
And also my daughter. So we thought it'd be fun to go through pros and cons, 5 pros and cons of first one will be Apex, North Carolina. And I think it'd be really neat to see the difference in demographics of our ages as well. Because we have been now in Apex, how long?
23 years.
23 years. So we've seen a lot of growth and change. So that leads into my con. We're going to do cons first.
Are we doing cons first?
Yeah, let's do cons.
We'll go cons first. Yeah.
End it on a positive note. Yeah. So my first con would be probably that we're having massive growth in the Apex area. It really does have a small town feel in one section of Apex, but with all the growth, it's changing it a little bit.
Yep. So that was also mine. First one is the traffic and growth. Our roads have not been set up to hold the new infrastructure, and so there's always like something going on traffic wise and the widening of roads, whatever, but construction, that's what I was looking for, construction on the roads. But in general, and just the growth, the outskirts of town is getting suburbanized. A word. But it's growing, and so you're losing a lot of like kind of the farmland aesthetic that was there. Aesthetic is an actual thing, but
you just did 2. You did infrastructure, and then you switched now to farmland. And that was going to be mine.
Well, it's traffic and growth. That's my number one. I guess pick it up. So that's my traffic number one, and moving on to point number 2, growth.
Yeah. So Apex has definitely grown quite a bit. At one point, it was just on the outside of Cary, and as Cary grew, people started moving to Apex. And in that process, now a lot of the horse farms and tobacco farms are being
just farms in general
taken away, and houses are being built. So it goes back to the infrastructure. It's a little bit more crowded. So my other con would be schools. Actually, schools has pros and cons, but the schools are getting a little overcrowded, and what's happening is that students are getting moved from one school to another, and this is all of Wake County, not just Apex. But so when they build a new school, children are being taken from and put to a new school, and that's happening quite frequently. In fact, my son, who's 22 now, was in 4 schools his first 4 years of his education. But on the good note, when he got to high school, the high school was only open 2 years, so the class sizes were quite a bit smaller because they don't throw all 900 kids in at once.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a pro and a con.
Yeah. And also because like a lot of the schools were previously older, and they had to bring them back up to the standards, and because a lot of them were very outdated. One of mine is that because I grew up here, I don't have the opportunity to know much else. That's more of a me con than a Apex con, but I feel like
I think it's like a pro and a con in the same sentence. Kind of interesting.
Like I get to experience a small town, but also I grew up in a small town. So
yeah, and so again with the growth, we have this amazing downtown Apex that is a small town feel. We're also now getting the large box stores.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we have like Target and
but we love Target.
We do love Target.
I love Target.
So outside of our little area of the quaint little hometown we do have a lot of big box stores. Yeah. And it takes away from it a little bit.
And then one of my other ones is the age demographic. For me personally, it's hard to meet other people my age because it's a very family-based town. You have a lot of families who are, younger families, starting families, but you also have the families that have been here forever, like our family. And so meeting people or new people like I go places and I see people I went to high school with sometimes. But meeting new people, it's a little bit trickier.
Not a lot of
And,
nightlife.
Yeah, there's not a lot of nightlife.
There's a lot of activities going on, but some parks and stuff. So I think that's pretty much with all of our cons, isn't it? I don't know if I have any more cons. Was there another?
I don't have as much. So I couldn't get 5 cons, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I didn't either.
But yeah, I definitely would say that like in general, like traffic and growth,
losing a little bit of the down.
Losing the small hometown feel, middle 20 age single people.
The coffee shop.
True.
I know.
You know?
There really isn't.
So, because I'm like, you're getting married, already married with kids, or a little bit older, younger families, and then moving into like older families where like parents, there's a lot of the 55 plus communities now. So I'm not meeting anybody in the 55 plus community. So I mean, I could have new friends.
You could have new friends. Yeah, definitely. The demographics are definitely more family oriented. A lot of transplants too. So
lots of transplants.
People are really, really friendly around here. So going into our cons, our pros, our good things, would be that there is tons of activities going on. You have like the 4th of July. There's Witches Night Out coming out. There's the Peak Fest.
Yep.
So there's so many festivals and activities, an amazing community center and a senior center.
Yeah.
And there's always activities for that. So that would definitely be a pro.
Yeah, one of my first pro is the community and the event. So while it's harder to meet people my age, the group that is here is so wonderful. And there's always things to do. Always events going on, always little things you get yourself into. Weekends are great. There's always like little farmers markets that pop up, or just walking downtown. Always there's opportunities to do things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another pro would be the historic downtown Apex with its little boutique shops and its coffee shops and its what's the building called?
The Mule Exchange.
The Mule Exchange has some other little shops.
And there's the Hall, I think it's Hall Art Center.
We have breweries.
Really cool.
Locally owned restaurants. There's so many restaurants downtown that are really, really yummy. And it's not like all Mexican or all one thing. It's Italian. Definitely a good variety. Hamburgers, Italian, American. There's wine bars and breweries down there. So the hometown feel is still very much alive.
Yeah, that's my number 2, is that it while it is growing, there is a big, in the downtown, the heart of downtown, there is a big small town, hometown feel. And you get a lot of the local businesses, which is really cool to be able to support. The people who've been here and have started, their own businesses, and a lot of the smaller business too, I feel like they have better food.
Yeah.
Just because it's their heart and soul. So you definitely feel and taste that. So that's actually my number 3, was the good food. The local good food.
So one of my other pros would be the school system. So I was a Wake County teacher for 10 years, taught in high schools. The community is amazing and they really support each other. And the athletics in the high schools is that there's a lot of opportunities for the children and lots of athletics in the schools. Yeah. Did I take another one of yours?
No. That one was not. Schools wasn't on mine. So mine is that it's close to downtown Raleigh, Durham.
The airport's only 30 minutes away.
The airport, if you take the expressway, it's a little faster. But yeah, that we're close to, while we have that small town feel, we're close enough to like downtown Raleigh and all the like business research triangle. There's job opportunities.
I just thought another pro is like all the colleges.
There are
close
a lot of colleges. There's a lot of colleges.
Not a colleges in Apex per se, but
there's none in Apex yet.
But there's lots nearby.
Yeah, like NC State is in Raleigh, Duke, Durham, UNC Chapel Hill. I think there's one in Wake Forest.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, so there's a lot of local colleges, which is cool. So it's close to Raleigh, which you kind of get more of that, like if you want the nightlife,
You can get away to do
You
that.
can get away, yeah. And it's not like crazy. But we're also positioned in the middle of the state, the Piedmont. So we have the opportunity, like the beach is only 2.5 hours, and the mountains are like about the same, 3 hours.
Yeah.
And so you kind of get like
We're centrally located.
It's not a question of do you like the beach or the mountains more. It's I get both.
Yeah, you do definitely get both. I don't know if I said this, Pro, but all the parks. There's lots of different parks and trails.
That was the first one you said.
Okay. Did I say about the park?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I don't know.
There's always things to do, so you kind of like
it
was looped. Yeah.
Right.
And then my last one is that I got to grow up here, and so I think it's a great place to grow up.
Community.
Yeah. And there's always,
it's like a village.
So yeah, so many good people. It takes a village to raise kids. I don't know because I don't have kids of my own,
but you felt.
I was one of the village kids. So
that's
yeah.
funny. You said the village people. You're the village kids.
Yeah, and we definitely have like there's a lot of good people.
So I'm going to kind of switch it back to real estate because I do I work with the agency of Coldwell Banker Advantage, but Apex is growing, and there's a lot of opportunities for home purchases here, and
beautiful homes.
Yeah, and there's older ones and younger
ones,
and new ones, and ones a little bit on the outskirts still of the country. You could find a couple that are with more than an acre, a few horse properties still in the area. So if you're thinking of moving here, come check it out. Love to show you around. Yeah, give me a call. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed our first episode of pros and cons of a city.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. So I think we decided that our second episode is going to maybe be Holly Springs. Yeah. So stay tuned for that. We might get it done in the next couple weeks. Maybe.
We'll see where this goes.
Yeah, but we hope you enjoyed our little chat here.
Tell them. You have to tell them that your Apex fact.
What's my Apex fact?
The why it's called the Peak of Good Living.
Oh, so the Peak of Good Living is because Apex was founded as a railroad city town, and it was at the peak before it went into Raleigh. So with all the tobacco farms and everything, they would load all the trains up, stop and do water, get water and stuff, and then they'd head down into Raleigh. So it's the Peak of Good Living. It got the name the Peak because it was at the peak of the railroad stop going into Raleigh.
And you can actually still see the original train depot.
Yes.
And a caboose.
And a caboose too. And actually there is a whole train museum on the outskirts of Apex that you can actually ride a train. Yeah, it's off of 1. So if you go out off 1. But
no, I do. Yeah, they do.
It's fun. They do Halloween ones and
Christmas
ones.
Christmas one. Yeah, they did a Christmas one.
Yeah, so you kind of go down and you go back, but you're in an open carded train, and it's the kids love it. And then there's like a miniature train track thing going on in there. Lots of cool stuff, and I think there's a museum downtown of the train. I think it's in the depot. Yeah, it's in the depot. But we hope you liked our little presentation or chat today. So make sure that you click the like button and the subscribe button. And look for us to do some more. And if, like I said, if you like this, let us know. Yeah. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I do want to be your real estate resource. And Brenna is always here too. She's my right-hand person helping me here in the office. So we hope you have a great day and stay tuned for episode number 2. See you later. Bye.